What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell.
Because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Today, I'm on a mission to explore Ghana's giant snail farms. Farms that are generating sustainable protein that could one day replace bushmeat.
That is massive. I can't believe how big these things can get.
Y'all, put that in the comment section. The snails can potentially replace bushmeat?
Is he just saying that?
Oh, is he just saying that? Now, I seen small snails, and I'd be like, ugh, slimy. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even think to do that.
Right.
But these big snails look like they're more meaty.
Okay, let's see the story behind it.
They're more meaty, you know?
And by the end of this video, I'll sit down to try a bowl of green soup. A soup filled with snail slime and the biggest snails you'll find in Africa.
Oh my god, I thought mine was big. That's huge.
But first,
You wanna know-
I've
you
come
wanna
to
know
a
about-
local snail farm.
You want to know about eating the snail? What about the slime soup from the snail? See? If I eat the snail whole, you would eat the snail slime.
I
Now
don't
both-
like that texture.
Now we both in the position. Okay, I'll eat the slime soup. You would eat the snail.
No, but see, I was thinking, what if it's like oysters? Like, kind of.
Yeah,
The
I can
texture.
see. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Just never say never.
Huh?
What's being produced here could one day be replicated on a massive scale. But before we learn how the farm works, the farmer's sister is treating us to a small appetizer.
What is it that inspired you to want to own your own snail farm?
Myrie is a nurse by day, but she's got bigger dreams, looking to follow in her brother's footsteps by diving into the world of snail farming.
They are very nutritious and it's far better than meat.
To prepare the dish,
say that, girl.
Myrie
Hold
starts
on
by
now.
extracting the snails from their shells.
When it rains, you see them around the house.
Oh, just wild ones.
Yeah, you see people going around picking them.
You're saying if it rains now, the snails are coming out.
Yeah.
Where are they hiding? I'm freaked out.
When you take it out from the shells, you can keep the slime. It's very good for the immune system.
I'm sorry, keep the slime?
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be a special episode.
We'll save the slime for later. But first, the snails are marinated with salt, pepper, and Maggi bouillon. Next, they're skewered with onions before making their way to the grilling station.
We eat snails a lot, especially in towns like this.
Is this something that you had
You
as
would
a
never
child?
know.
Yeah, I've had snails my whole life.
Once they're perfectly grilled, they're hit with a sprinkle of kebab seasoning.
It's like an
Oh, wow.
oyster.
That's hard.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's tough.
It tastes like wet soil. I've never had a snail like this in my life.
But it tastes good.
I like it. I'm coming around. The kebab seasoning adds a lot of
You say
spice
wet
to it.
soil?
It's warm,
Wet
it's salty,
soil.
but man, the fragrance of that snail, it's like nothing I've ever had before. It reminds me of being a child when it rains and you just smell like that fresh smell of wet soil, the minerality of that soil. All that flavor is concentrated right here in the snail. And so I like that as a smell, but as something that I'm biting on, it's a new experience.
But you see, now this is kind of like off the record. Being young, we would take medicine, and the medicine would be disgusting.
Right.
But it would be like, it's good for you.
Right.
Give me the health benefits on paper, because I'm all about health. You know what I'm saying? I love to see the benefits of things that help the body, whatever nourishes the body. Period. You know what I'm saying? And if snails have a good report, just let me know about it. I like to
let him
hear.
know about it.
Just like to hear the information side of it.
Let him know about it. Because last time you
emphasis-
went making claims
I said,
about we gonna try the Mopani worms.
yeah.
That's what you told our people.
That was true.
That's what you told our people. Our people been riding me ever since you said it.
We both like
So
lost
he
a
said
bet, if I'm not
him.
mistaken.
No,
Yes.
no, I don't
Yeah.
remember losing the bet.
Yeah, we did. And I say on paper, I just like to see the benefits of it. Just give me
Okay.
the benefits.
The nutritional.
The
facts.
nutritional facts. I need that. Facts.
She told you it's good for your immune system.
That's
There you go.
more. It's more benefits to
There
that
you
than
go.
the
You
immune.
don't
I'm pretty
like
sure.
being sick.
Consumption in Ghana traces its roots back to pre-colonial times, with ethnic groups like the Akan, Ashanti, and Fante integrating snails into their diets and cultural traditions.
You know, in an African home, having snail is like really ideal. Or maybe when on your bed, your mom can just make some soup for you. You should be lucky.
On your birthday, you said?
Yeah, you should be happy to have snail in your food.
Today, the demand for snails has soared so much that many forward-thinking entrepreneurs have ventured into the slimy world of snail farming.
Do people have a preference between the farm-raised or the wild
They're
snails?
huge, man.
Farm-raised is better
Why is it better?
because of the food that they feed them.
So listen, that's why we're here today. I've never been to a snail farm before. I didn't even know this was something that existed. It's something that's fairly prevalent and becoming more prevalent in Ghana.
Remember the snail slime that she saved earlier? Well, that's going to be the scary start ingredient for our upcoming dish. But before we dive into that gooey mess, I want to learn how snail farms work.
Are these like old freezers or refrigerators?
And who knows, maybe I'll form a connection and start my own snail farm.
It's old fridges.
So is this on?
No,
So how is
it's
it keeping
old.
it
It's
cool?
not working.
They're not raising penguins.
This farm raises 3 types of snails. The most common is the giant tiger snail, which we ate this morning. The biggest and most profitable is the giant West African snail. We'll be seeing those soon, but right now I'm holding a giant East African snail.
That looks actually cute.
The snails are so weird because you kind of know they're comfortable because they extend their eyeballs all the way out. And they can't really see unless their eyeballs are fully extended. So right now he's very comfortable with me. He or she. Is it a boy or a girl? How do you tell?
How do you know?
Are you looking for private parts for
Yeah,
real?
yeah.
Much like the snails
That
at
would be
this
me.
farm,
Yeah,
most
I'm telling
land
you, huh?
snails are hermaphrodites, meaning they possess both male and female reproductive organs.
They're the original non-binaries.
Talk about
Every
it,
2
son.
to 3 months, the snails hold an awkward party where they inseminate each other. It honestly sounds like a blast. Then when the time comes, they lay clutches of eggs in the soil.
Whoa! They look like little bird eggs.
Each clutch can contain anywhere from 30 to 500 eggs, and it takes about 2 to 4 weeks for the eggs to
Hey, this is my first time seeing a snail egg, dog.
For real?
I ain't never in my life seen a snail. And that's not bad. It's like, they're like little jelly beans.
I love
Wow.
learning.
Okay.
incubate and hatch.
So this egg will eventually become this snail.
Yeah.
Within a year of munching on eggshells and moringa leaves, the snails will reach maturity, ready to either start the whole process again or end up as someone's dinner at the market.
The kebab, that was just the beginning. But my understanding is you're going to whip up something for us very special.
Yeah.
Can you look at like you're not in pain? Like stop looking like you want to leave so bad?
I'm okay, let's do it.
I know you're looking forward to seeing me consume that snail slime, but how about starting with an appetizer? Made by cooking the snails together with onions, a bit of salt, Maggi bouillon, pepper, and water.
Okay.
Boil the mixture until the snails are thoroughly cooked. Then
Okay.
finish by deep frying.
In coming to Ghana and knowing that we were going to do this video, one of the big questions I had was why are people eating the snail?
You know snails is really rich in iron, and iron is good for pregnant women.
iron.
So when you take it, traditionally, it makes the baby.
Y'all heard that ooh come out? You
Listen.
sounded excited for that.
Yes, because I don't like telling people my business.
I understand, but you sounded mad excited for that. So now I know what else to put. It's like oyster though. A lot of seafood is good for iron. Fish, a lot of food is good for iron.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, they'll sell me right there.
Mm-hmm.
Good for your iron. Give it here.
I don't need that on paper.
Why you ain't been say that?
Lightly cooked. Then finish by deep frying.
In coming to Ghana and knowing that we were going to do this video, one of the big questions I had was why are people eating the snail?
You know snails is really rich in iron, and iron is good for pregnant women. So when you take it, traditionally, it makes the baby rotate well.
It makes it rotate. Is that good? How much should the baby be rotating?
Don't know.
This flavorful dish is paired with a spicy paste made from chili pepper and onions. On the side, deep fried yam.
Eating good, eating good.
You're a chef.
Yeah.
How often are you cooking with snails?
When I shoot some of my recipes, I use snails sometimes.
She steamed it first, that makes sense, and then she fried it so that the outside is kind of crispy. Do we put the sauce on the snail?
Yes. So you
Alright.
can just dip it in.
Let's try it.
Okay. Okay.
Really hard.
That's a tough snail.
But that's good. The pepper is really nice.
Yeah, but the star is supposed to be the snail. The difficulty, I think, in working with snails is that it's such a dense, tough, hard meat. You have to be careful when you cook it. And so I think when she's fried it, she's actually made them even more tough. But it still has an insanely distinctive flavor to me. Do you know what this tastes like to me? A bucket of fresh rainwater. Let's talk about this right here. She made it into a stew. It includes snail slime as a key ingredient.
Really?
Yeah, the slime, it's in there.
For our second dish, the snails are fried then set aside to cool. Meanwhile, onions are prepared, chili peppers are minced, and tomatoes are sliced. Now for the assembly. Put all the ingredients back into the oily snail frying pot. Then add the fifth element, The superfood among superfoods, snail slime.
Are there health benefits?
The snail slime, use it for medicine or some kind of cream for your face.
My wife makes me put serum on my face.
What if that's snail slime?
I think it might be in there.
Yeah.
It does feel a bit slimy.
Next, add some Maggi bouillon. Then finally, add the fried snails back into the pot.
To eat with this, we have kenkey.
Kenkey is a traditional carbohydrate dish made of
Right.
corn dough that's been fermented for a few days before being wrapped up using corn husks, then steamed.
Now, I had a different type of kenkey the other day. This is called fancy kenkey.
Yeah.
And what is the big difference?
The gakenki that you had is wrapped with corn husk. This is wrapped with plantain leaves or banana leaves.
I'm sure the plantain leaves are imparting so much flavor through the plastic. It is
Oh,
sticky
man.
on the outside, it's dense, and that is the corn flour. That's going to be our vehicle for these snail flavors. So I think we should not even get the snail first. I want to just
The
have the
sauce?
sauce, because that sauce should be infused with snail slime.
Exactly.
See, the sauce, if he said the sauce tastes good, I could do this.
Right. I mean, you got the slime in the sauce.
It's cooked.
Right, but you also want to eat the sauce with the snail, which he actually said said that the snail was like a little tough.
I don't know.
I thought
When
he
you say
was.
tough, it kind of throws me
I
off.
thought he was going to compare it to like jerk, like beef jerky or something. You know,
Right,
because that's
right.
like a tough,
Yeah.
chewy type of food. You know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. See.
That tastes so good.
I like it. Spicy, very tomatoey. You taste any slime?
No, it just tastes like
'Cause it's
stew.
cooked
It tastes
down.
too. I like the kenkey. It's just like a nice, hard carbohydrate ball that you can pile different sauces and toppings onto. The only thing left to do is really pile a whole snail on top of there.
See, I don't think I would be able to do that.
This is softer.
Much better.
This is good.
This is the best snail experience so far today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the fried one was almost uneatable.
Exactly, I don't like it.
The first one is maybe like a drinking food. Some drunk guys want to gnaw on something meaty, but here it's much softer. I would say it's almost akin to the texture of an abalone, something like that. Then all that rainwater, fresh garden rain flavor, it's kind of been diluted. Now it's just absorbed the flavor of the sauce. It's just tomato and spice. I like this.
Very, very good.
From the farm, the fully grown snails head to the massive local market in Kumasi. This is our next destination, and I'm on a mission to find the absolute biggest snails in this country that I'll soon be consuming in an epic snail dish. Kajetia Market, the largest single market in West Africa, boasts over 10,000 stores and stalls. Pretty much anything is on the table. You can find food, meat, vegetables. Last time we were here, we even found bushmeat. But today, it's all about the snails.
We have Wahima in front of us, snail expert, snail seller, all things snail. Ma'am, it's nice to meet you.
Ma, I said it's nice to meet you.
I think I woke her up. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Chamibi.
Oh, well, that was a much more stylish handshake than mine.
For over 50 years, Wahima has been selling snails. She gets her supply directly from farmers and sells them here day in and day out.
I spoke earlier in the video that these snails can get up to over 2 pounds in weight.
Like we saw at the farm, this here is a giant West African snail, but
Yeah, that's a
even
good
bigger.
size right
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you gonna? Yeah, you're trying to. You just touched its eye.
And they can actually get even bigger than this.
Whoa! This is probably the biggest shell. Now, there's no more snail in there, but you can see it's about 20 to 30% bigger.
These snails can be sold for up to $2 a pound, almost double the price of chicken or pork.
If you're not selling all these in a day, how long can you keep them alive?
A month.
A month.
Yeah.
With demand continually rising, snails are likely to get more and more expensive.
What is the biggest thing that's changed in the snail industry in the last 50 years? I imagine it's a slow-moving industry. Get it?
Except from that time, people didn't really consume snails that much. Now she makes more money than she used to make it.
And why does she think that is?
Because of doctors around telling us the health
the
benefits
health
of it, people
benefits.
actually like come for the snow water.
Snail water?
It's blue in color, it's really nutritious too. People come for that blue water just to treat whatever sickness they have.
Snail water.
That's pretty important, man. You tell somebody what the food is doing to your body, and they be like, "Oh, I can use that on a regular basis." Yes, definitely. That takes me back to the video with the betel nut. You're telling the people that in order to just get yourself up and energized and moving, you don't have cough, you don't have anything else. Betel nut is your option. It's gonna sell like crazy.
It reminds me of our manglier trees
In
in Louisiana. We're gonna have to show y'all about that one.
Facts. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Soon I'll be trying the famous local green stew that's caused demand for snails to soar.
The final boss. It doesn't get more
Final
snaily
boss.
than this.
But before that, a new type of snail preparation, only for the bold.
This is a whole branch, a stick full of dried snails. Now, is this a different species?
Actually, the same thing here. They actually take it out, roast it, let it stay for a while, and then they sell. She said this can last for over a year.
I believe it. I mean, it's like a rock.
Normally, we use this for soup.
Oh.
It tastes so good with soup.
Man, do you want to try some with us? Cheers.
Can you chew that? She said we don't just go straight ahead and chew it.
You have to rehydrate it.
Yeah.
I was hoping to make it a quick experience. It's a powerful flavor. It's pungent, very seafoody, kind of stinky, almost cheesy. And then the more you rehydrate it with your own spit, kind of the worse it gets. Like it tastes more and more intense by the moment. Let's go.
High five.
Can I do a cool high five?
Yeah.
There she go.
Now that we've bought the biggest snails we can find, there's only one thing left to do. Find a place to cook these guys up.
Yeah.
In the market, you'll find traditional eateries known as chop bars. Spots like these serve local recipes to hungry patrons looking for a break between shopping sprees.
We have reached level 10 snail. What do you call this?
Ebunu, but in English we call it green soup.
First, the snails are freed from their shells. Then they're thoroughly washed and boiled just enough to extract their prized slime, which is set aside for later use. In a pot, turkey berries, scotch bonnet peppers, onions, tomatoes, and cacao leaves are added and boiled until everything softens into a delightful mess. This mixture is blended until smooth. With the preparation complete, it's time to cook. Pork skin, fried fish, that blended vegetable mix, mushrooms, the slimy water that was used to boil the snails. Yes, it's also used in this recipe.
That's how we cook.
The actual snails themselves, more fried fish, okra.
Bro, we're gonna get to the recipe, but it reminds me of the shrimp stock. Oh man, if
And
you
our
cook
chicken
that,
stock.
bro, what?
Yeah, that is how we
The
cook.
flavor.
I love the
flavor.
techniques of comparing the different cultures and seeing we still have those techniques.
Right.
traveled a long way,
First
you
thing
know?
I thought about too when you mentioned that.
And a locally grown gem called Aden fruit are thrown in together.
We are making soup like this and you don't add this, it's not complete. This is Aden fruits.
I've never heard of it.
Welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
There you go.
I feel very welcome. I've been here for over a week.
Next, some blended cocoa yam leaves join the mix, turning the whole pot into a vibrant green hue. But this dish isn't complete without a carbohydrate component.
A lot of going on in
Introducing fufu.
Allow me to introduce you to one of the coolest carbohydrates you will find in Ghana.
Fufu is a labor of love with an emphasis on labor. First, both the cassava and the plantain are peeled. Then they're steamed together until soft. When they're done cooking, separate the two carbohydrates and start pounding on the plantain.
Check it out, let me hear your shout. When your shots in the stay
You have one person pounding and one person manipulating the dough below.
After the plantain is thoroughly pummeled, it's set aside and replaced with cassava.
This absolute specimen of a man right here, I saw working all day just doing this one repeated action over and over and over. Mind you, this is not light. This weighs 20, 25 pounds down below. This woman's putting in the cassava. Soon she'll be putting in plantain and mixing the two and making sure not to get her hand broken in the process.
I think we all thought about that.
I'm helping. So now we're putting in a plantain ball. Now they're all going to become one unit.
Different.
Jesus.
Yeah. Get you some? Okay. It's tired. Look.
What do you think? Good?
That's right. Thank you.
After attempting to do that for 30 seconds, I am much more impressed by this process.
When the pounding is complete, the two starches merge into one glossy mochi-like entity, forming the base for our green soup.
There it is.
Right here in front of us, the final boss. Let's go for it.
Do your hands like this.
Yeah.
Straight into the soup. Then you want to cut the fufu.
Oh.
And then you create like a hole in the middle. And then you fetch the soup.
It's a slurping type of dish.
Wow.
So you don't chew fufu, you swallow.
But how do you enjoy it in your mouth?
No, I just swallow it.
I want to enjoy the flavor.
No, you don't have to.
Here's what I don't like. Can I start with that?
You can, why not?
Yeah, all the random fish bones in there.
Yeah, I get
It
it.
kind of ruins the nice
Yeah.
velvety texture.
Swallow.
Scary.
You're chewing. Swallow. You're chewing.
The texture, it is hard to pin down. It's soft, it's velvety, it's smooth. It's very unlike any type of American food. Oh, is it mushroom?
Yes.
What kind of mushroom is this?
There's a locally grown mushroom.
Is this gonna make me see things?
Maybe.
I hope so. It's a very good mushroom, very dense, very meaty. The soup itself is smoky, I think from the smoked fish they put in there, and savory, and it's got some nice spice to it. Now, this is very different from other things I've had, because I've had a lot of stews that were thick, but this is just a very thin soup.
It should be really light.
I understand, but the challenge here is I don't have a spoon.
This is a magic.
Alas, I think we should build up to this right here. These are some pretty fat snails. There's, oh my God, I thought mine was big. That's huge. But I like it, passion. I like it.
I think it's the best way to eat snails.
They're the softest snails we've had today.
Yeah.
This tastes different from any other snail I've had in my life. That super fresh rain, soil, pond, bog, muddy, algae kind of flavor.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. But the more I eat it, the more I'm getting used to it. I don't dislike it. It's just something so new.
Green soup is really expensive. We don't really eat it so much.
And so will people come to chop bars like this and order this food?
Yes, I do all the time.
I'm surprised people would come here for something expensive.
We don't mind the location. We can eat anywhere we want to.
You know, when we started this video...
Trust me, she said a mouthful. But look, we have a location out here that's a little far. And when we drive out there to go get what we want, trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it, bro.
We driving in traffic, in rain, it don't matter.
Gonna get it.
My idea was that maybe snail farms are going to be the solution to bushmeat. But then I got here and I learned that people aren't that worried about the sustainability of bushmeat. And so I don't think this is going to replace bushmeat at all. But I had a new idea today. I think that snail farms could inspire a new generation of sustainable meat production here in Ghana. That could come in the form of more snail farms, but it could also come in the form of grass cutter farms too. You said grass cutters are some of the most popular
bushmeat here in Ghana.
And when I was in Nigeria, they have them there with a controlled environment, and they're making money from it. You guys already have. You have pig farmers here. You have lots of chickens, of cattle farmers, goat,
we have all that.
sheep.
Yeah.
Why not more snails? And why not maybe some grass cutters?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I tried.
I don't know how one man is just going to change their mind. Maybe in the next 10 years, Ghanaians could go more into snail farming. We've learned how nutritious they are. We've learned how economical they could be. And I think snail farming is not hard. You can easily grow and then make your snail farm. Let's go for it.
Oh, should we go into business together?
I wouldn't mind.
I do an investment?
We share.
Can I own 51%?
No.
Okay, how much do you think it would be to start a snail farm?
Maybe 10,000.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I paid twice that for the hotel this morning.
Hungry for more fun food videos?
All right, bro, we're gonna stop right at. This is pretty good. I didn't know Ghana had a culture of snail farming.
Right.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty cool to know.
Yeah, this was interesting and new. Like you said, it's just new. I love finding out about the iron.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of my top health
Put it
issues.
on paper. Put it on
address.
paper. Yeah.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.